To be content means to be happy in the moment. I don't have everything I want, but I have everything I need. So I consider myself average for the most part. I'm not rich, but I'm not poor either. Do I consider myself happy? Yes, I do, because my happiness doesn't come from the things that I own. I wake up every day and I thank God for the things that I have, for running water, for life, for clothes to wear, for slippers on my legs. You don't need to have big things before you are grateful. One of the major ways to master contentment is by gratitude. What you think are little things are actually big things, like water, clean water. I remember the days that either I was too busy at work or I didn't have anything to eat, and then I skipped breakfast. On a normal day, eating breakfast is like nothing to me. But on those days where I wasn't able to have something as minute or something as irrelevant as breakfast, it made me realize how important and how blessed I was to be able to have food on the days that I had them. So the point is, we don't have to wait for the days that we are in scarcity before we appreciate the days that we had abundance. You can wake up in the morning and be grateful. There's a challenge that I saw online or that people do from time to time. It's the gratitude challenge. Every day you wake up, you list one thing that you are grateful for that day. And the more grateful you are, the more you realize that you really have so much. Sometimes we get carried away because of we want a big car, we want a big house, we want to be on vacation all the time. Those things are valid. Your ambitions, your goals, your wants, they are very valid. And to be honest, those luxury things that you want, they are actually someone's reality, right? There are people who come from families that are very wealthy, that have generational wealth. There are people that are children of senators. There are people that they work in government. There are people who have access to a lot of money. But for you and I, who are regular people, in quotes, people who wake up every day and hustle for whatever it is they can get, we can still be grateful. We can still be content with what we have while aiming for more, while being ambitious, while working towards our goals. We can still be grateful for whatever it is that we have today. I've also realized that it's so easy to get carried away. Like I said earlier, we see a lot of things on social media that everybody's trying to live an aesthetically pleasing life, showing only the good parts, showing only places that are luxurious, showing only places that are always, well put together, well organized. But for so many people, that is not their reality, right? Not everybody lives in a big house. Not everybody works in a big company. Not everybody wears flashy clothes every day. A lot of people cannot afford it. One thing I've tried to do, or one thing that I want to do with my YouTube channel, with my videos, is originality, authenticity, right? To show parts of my life that everyday people can relate with, right? Because I don't want everybody having the idea that they are not living life or they are not good enough if they don't have those luxurious apartments that we see online all the time. Now, there's something that they do. It's really not their fault because for example, some of the people that you don't live in a nice house, but you go to a nice house, either make your videos or to take pictures. And for some of them, that's because of the kind of audience that they are trying to reach across to. For example, if you want to be associated with the people who, have those very flashy lifestyle. You want to present yourself in such a way that you also live a flashy lifestyle. But for everyday people like you and me, we don't have any business trying to be something that we are not, right? We don't have any business going to borrow pose in quotes, posing with something that's not yours, going to take pictures in a house that isn't yours, or borrowing materials just because we want to live up to a certain social standard. We have no business doing that. I believe so much in being yourself. I believe so much in, starting from where you are. It's okay to grow into those things. I mean, as you continue to go about your everyday hustle, you make more money and you'll be able to afford more things. But for those of us that we don't have it yet, I think it's perfectly fine to just be yourself, right? If you live in a normal house and maybe you want to make your videos in your normal house. I think everybody should actually, because the more you settle into yourself, the more you settle into the things that you have, the things that you can afford, the things you own, the more you get comfortable being yourself, right? Being yourself comes with a lot of peace. 100%, it comes with a lot of peace. And sometimes when you pretend to have the things that you don't, or you pretend to own the things that you don't own, you actually give people a false notion about yourself, and you could even be chasing away your helpers. For example, someone wants to maybe bless you with a car, but every day you wake up and get into a car and act like you actually own a car. You are telling that person that wants to bless you that you already have something that you don't have. So in return, they don't bother giving you that thing because they feel like you already have it. Meanwhile, in reality, you don't have that thing. I don't know if you get me. If you don't have fancy clothes, don't try to pretend like you have fancy clothes because there might be someone that wants to give you a fancy clothes, right? And even besides anybody wanting to give you anything, it is much more peaceful to just be yourself, own the things that you own. And I hope that after watching this video, you will feel more comfortable having the things that you have. You feel more comfortable owning the things that you have or the things that you own. You don't have to walk around feeling inferior to yourself. Another thing, besides materialistic things, there are also people that they show up in life really confident, really put together. Now, for someone who is a bit shy or someone who is not confident, when they see those kind of people that are really put together, they might feel inferior. Now, I'm telling you that you don't have to feel inferior when you see someone that you feel or you think they are better than you. It's okay for people to be better than you. It is point blank. Like, to be honest, it's okay for people to be better than you. Firstly, you don't know the work that they put in behind the scenes to be where they are or to be the kind of person that they are now. You don't know the things that they have been through that have led them into being the people or the person that they are now. So you can't even envy them. You have no right whatsoever to even try to envy them. When you see someone who has something that you don't have, the best thing you can do for yourself is see it as a motivation to improve yourself. That is that is the best approach. See it as a motivator for yourself. See it as a reason to want to improve yourself, to want to build yourself more. For example, me, I'm not the best speaker yet. I'm still working on myself, but I try to show up the way that I am. Even though I may stammer, I may stutter, or my words may not make so much sense. Like sometimes you can think of something in your mind, but you will not know how to articulate it properly. Which is why sometimes in my videos I rhetorically ask if you understand, right? Because I know what I want to say in my mind, but I'm not sure that I'm putting it out there properly in words. I don't know if you get me. So it's okay to be a bit odd. It's okay to not have your things, to not have yourself together. It's okay to not be organized. But the major thing is that every day that you wake up, you work towards improving yourself. Now, the points that we have listed, how to master contentment. One, be grateful. Be grateful for everything. Wake up every day with a mindset of gratitude. Two, don't envy anybody, but see anybody that you see and you feel like you like this person, you want to be them, or you appreciate what they do and who they are. See it as a motivator for yourself. So that is 2 points. Don't envy anybody, but see them as a motivator. And two, be grateful. Hi guys, so I'm on my way out. I want to get a few items. Yeah, I just had my bath. You guys might be thinking, why did I record before I had my bath? The simple answer is that sometimes you get the inspiration to do a certain thing, right? Or you get the motivation, and if you don't act on it at that moment, you might end up not doing it again, right? So this is just a word of advice or encouragement. Anytime you have an idea or you're motivated to do something and you feel like you can do it in that moment, there's absolutely no need to procrastinate or leave it for another time. Just go ahead and do it in that moment. Because if you don't do it at that moment, you might not get to do it again. It's as simple as that. There's something that I use. I have a theory that do as much as you can when you can, because the time will come that you will not be able to do as much as you can. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me, and that's something that I apply in all areas of my life, especially in my business and also in creating content. I don't know what the deal with iPhone is, but while I was recording just now, my phone started to overheat, so the video got cut short. And then I tried to record again, and it said my storage was full. So basically, these are the things you would encounter if you want to also start creating your own content. Anyways, back to what I was saying. It's really hot outside. Some of the things you want to take along with you is a handkerchief. I have mine here. This is the handkerchief that I spread on the line like an hour and 30 minutes ago, just to tell you how hot the weather really is. You must take a bottle of water with you, cold one preferably, right? And then take your visor cap, right, just to prevent sun damage. I also applied my sunscreen earlier, right? So I guess I'm good to go. Just need to get a few things, and I'll be right back. Okay, I put on my cap. You can see it's so hot. Like it's really hot outside. But I put on my cap and I'm ready to go. Yeah, so on the issue of contentment, I've also realized that I can't have everything, right? You know that saying that human want is unsearchable, meaning that we cannot be satisfied no matter the things that we have. If you feel like you want a car today, if you get this brand of car, after like a year, if you see another car that you feel is better than yours, you would want that other car, right? So human beings, our needs and our wants can never be satisfied. There will always be something else that you want, which is why you really have to be contented with what you have. Someone else will definitely have more money than you. Someone else always going to have maybe a better looking spouse. You're always going to meet someone that you feel is smarter than you. So what do you do in that case? That's where you get envious, or you start to plot different things, or you get out of character, or you change who you are. Guys, it's extremely hot outside. Like extremely hot. I'm so tired already. Like going out and coming back actually makes you more tired than you should be. Anyways, the last thing I want to say for this video is that we should be very mindful of the kind of things that we listen to, the kind of things we watch, and the kind of things we read, especially on social media, right? And even in real life, if you spend all day scrolling through the pages of people who are living a luxurious and a lavish lifestyle, you would delusion yourself into thinking that you also should be living that kind of a lifestyle, and that could push you into doing things that ordinarily you should not be doing. Some people who engage in armed robbery or kidnapping, it's because they want that kind of a lavish lifestyle, and they're not patient enough to put in the work, to put in the time, and to put in the energy. So we should be really mindful of what we see, what we watch, what we consume on a daily. Whatever you're consuming daily will in turn have an effect on the things that you think about, which will in turn have an effect on the choices and the decisions that you make in life. You are what you take in. That's it's as simple as that. You are a reflection of what you consistently consume, which is why we should be really mindful. There was a time that I did a total detox of everything on my Instagram, right? There's an account that I have where I don't follow anybody. So when I'm on that account, I really cannot be so involved in other people's lives, in other people's business, right? It's great for people to be out there achieving things, but everybody needs to realize that everyone is in a different stage or phase of their life. Some people are in their building phase. When you are in your building phase, it is very important for you to also surround yourself with people who are also in their building phase, unless you get carried away. There are some people now who are living a very good lifestyle, but that is a result of putting in maybe 10, 20 years of hard work, right? So you that you're just starting, you cannot be looking at people who are 20 years ahead of you, the way they live their lifestyle, and be wishing or be envying or be wanting that. It's okay to look at them and get motivated, but the issue is that many people look at them and they get envious, they get carried away, right? They want to be on the fast lane, they want to achieve all those things overnight. It's not possible, right? So one of the key to being contented, to mastering the art of contentment, is to be very mindful of what you consume, what you let into your mind, because whatever you see, whatever you watch, whatever you listen to is what you're going to be meditating on day and night. If you go to bed, right, you'll be thinking of the person that bought that really big car. You'll be thinking, wow, I wish I could buy a car tomorrow, which may in turn lead you to desperation. It's okay to be motivated, but it's not okay to be overly desperate to the extent that you're willing to do anything, no matter how illegal, no matter how wrong, just to get money or just to achieve that thing, right? And when you fixate so much on people's life, you won't even have the time to work on your own life because you are busy obsessing over other people's life, which is why they advise that everybody should mind their business. Because when you are mindful of your own life, you will be thinking of ways to improve your life. But when you sit all day and you watch how other people are living their lives, you get carried away. You get consumed by that person and the things you're buying, the things they have, the things they say, that you will not even have a mind of your own, right? So we should really be conscious of the things that we take in. I advise people to read books, no matter how cliche it may sound. Motivational books, inspirational books, self-help books by people who have already made it, by people who went through the practical stages of beginning the process and until they get to the point where they achieve something grand or great. I read those type of books because they really inspire you. They really help you see the value of hard work, the value. It's really sunny and my phone is overheating. So I'm going to be stopping this video here for now. If there's anything that I did not add to this video, I'm going to make a part 2 of this topic, mastering contentment, right? I remember that the things that I've said throughout this video is, one, the most important way to be contented is to be grateful, to practice a life of gratitude, to have a heart of gratitude. Be grateful for everything that you have, even though there are some things that you want and you don't have them yet. Just be grateful for the ones that you have while you work towards the ones that you want or you need in the future. The second one is not to envy anybody. Another way to be grateful, another way to practice contentment is by not being envious. And the last one that we just talked about is to be mindful of the things that you consistently consume, the things you listen to, the things you hear, the things you meditate on. The Bible says that we should guard our hearts because out of it comes all the issues of life. So it's very important that we're mindful of whatever it is that goes into our hearts, whatever it is that we see, whatever it is that we hear, and whatever it is that, we read. So I hope this video has been useful to you one way or the other. There's so much that I still want to say, but I'm actually getting tired, so I'm going to have to go now. Please subscribe, please like, please share this video to a friend, please leave a comment. Anything that you want me to, that you feel I should talk about on this channel. If you have a question about anything that I said, please leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll definitely respond. Definitely get back to you. If you go through my channel, you see that I always respond to comments. I'm not proud, okay? So please subscribe. Very, very important. I noticed that not everyone that watches my videos actually subscribe. Please subscribe. It will mean a lot to me, to go a long way in, motivating me to create more content like this. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.